and happy Tuesday, everybody. It's early. It's early. It's so early, my hair's like, you're not the boss of me. So here we are. Let's look at the headlines for this morning. Just taking a peek here and letting you know what my thoughts are regarding what's going on. We made it through another night into the morning. So let's peek and see what our headlines say today. Again, apologies for the hair. We're going to have a talk later. And I mean myself and my hair. All right, first up, Musk 5 things email causes bedlam for federal workers. That's ultimatum shifts. I think we all had some idea that this wasn't going to go the way that Mr. Musk had hoped it would go. Let's just click in here for a second. Federal workers spent Monday trying to figure out how or even whether to respond to Musk's weekend email blast and telling them to explain their work last week or risk losing their jobs. Yeah. So how do we know that you don't actually know how to run a business without you saying that? How about you send out an email vague and say, if you don't answer my email, you're going to be fired. They're like, what are we supposed to, what do you want? It's not clear. So good work, Musk. Enough of that. Next up, Giuliani satisfies Georgia election workers case. We know there was $150 or $148 million defamation lawsuit that Mr. Giuliani was found liable for a lot of reasons. Primarily, I think if he had shown up in court or responded to discovery requests, it may not have been as bad. But he didn't, because he didn't feel like he needed to follow court orders. So that's what happened to him. It's looking like former New York City Mayor Giuliani on Monday satisfied the judgment against him that required him to pay 2 Fulton County election workers a total of $148 million for defamation. The jury found him liable. Let's see, did Musk give it to him? Court documents show that the settlement action was dismissed in district court on Monday after it was determined that Giuliani had fully satisfied his obligations to Freeman and Moss. Well, that's interesting. He began surrendering his assets after the federal jury. A statement from Giuliani at the time of the settlement said he would agree to not further defame the 2 election workers. Did not include an admission of guilt. So he has been disbarred, as have most of Trump's attorneys. That's why he needs fresh, new attorneys. Let's see, his representative said in a statement last month that the plaintiff's attorneys could take the possessions from the former Trump lawyer, but they can never take away his extraordinary record of public service. All right, so there we go. And those 2 workers really went through it, so I'm glad that things are getting sorted out. All right, next up, at United Nations, U.S. votes with Russia against European allies on Ukraine. All right. Usually I don't mind saying I'm part of the United States, but this situation with Russia and Ukraine, no. Let me just be clear. I do not believe that is right. I think it's awful. I don't want to be part of the axis of evil. I want to be part of the allies. I'm with Europe on this. I'm with Macron on this issue. So this whole idea that, Russia, whatever it is, that some special relationship between the head of the Russia and the orange fella, like, I don't like that. If they're part of my family, I would say, don't come to Thanksgiving because you're bad people. So I'm really sad that we're at this point, but not surprised. Acknowledging that apparently that's what the orange red hatter voters wanted. They wanted to align with Mr. Putin. So hope you're happy, guys and gals and pals that voted that way. Next, Denny's announces egg surcharge joining the Waffle House. Denny's, like, how special do you think you are, Denny's, that you can start adding surcharges? Like, do you really think you're that at that level? Like how many stars are you? So Denny's and Waffle House, you should be grateful for the business that you do get. Don't get me wrong, there are some times when only Denny's will satisfy. But overall, yeah, the egg prices, man. Should ask the orange fella about that. He said he was going to take care of it. So, next, Hegseth says he fired the top military lawyers because they weren't well suited for the jobs. And I'm sure he would know, right? Right. Yes. So if anyone is willing to, have their own thoughts and opinions and their own ethics and code of honor, like you don't fit here in this administration, so you're gonna have to go. But you fit with the rest of us that have those code of ethics and that believe in a code of honor. So come join us. We've got some cookies over here on this side. And you don't have to pay a surcharge for the eggs. I'm just putting that out there. Next, CNN's token MAGA panelist rips James Carville's a bold prediction. Yeah, I don't care. I might just go over and hang out on Fox for a little bit just to fact check and for, laughs. But we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see. After my second cup of coffee, we'll see if I'm up for that. Next, Trump wants to be president for life and he's already preparing for it. Well, good for him. I would like to be a world famous rock star, but not one that sings or plays an instrument, but just one that stands on the stage. Like, I suppose I could do the tambourine, but just stands there and I just groove. And my groove is so cool that everyone in the world is like, that's it. That's the thing. That's the one. And then boom, I'm like queen of the universe. So kind of the same with Mr. Trump wanting to be president forever. It's like good to have dreams, set those goals and dreams, and then, go forward on that. Next, ex-Secret Service agent and conservative media personality Don Bongano picked as FBI deputy director. And I went through this yesterday. Yeah, he sounds like a loser, but we're going to have to really, we're going to have to, yeah. All right. So next one. Judge blocks Trump's immigration policy, allowing arrests in churches for some religious groups. Oh, great. I think we've got 2, maybe 3 lawsuits that have been filed regarding this issue. We have the Quakers, we have the bishops, and then we have one more group. I can't remember. And they're saying, dude, you guys can't come into our churches and just, go crazy. Like, we don't even get to do that. And the Quakers one in particular, if you're making the Quakers mad, you're on the wrong side of history. Okay. So it's looking like here, federal judge on Monday blocked immigration agents from conducting enforcement operations in the house of worship for the Quakers. Oh, the Quakers won. We love that for the Quakers. Oh, bless them. And a handful of other religious groups. Oh my gosh. Well, that's great news. We love to hear that. I do plan to go through that case on a live. I'm very interested to check the updates and actually read the decision. So on that happy note, we will end our morning headlines for February 25th. Wishing you all the best of days, or at least the day that you can survive. Just make it through the day, everyone, and you'll be winning.